Hello, dear all. This is from Wisdom Academy. We are starting a lecture for how to, solve the questions and how many questions we should solve it. So this lecture will be of duration 7 to 10 minutes. I'll try to cover all the concepts, all the tricks for this lecture. Like the basic question that we should, we are taking here is that the aspirants, that those who are taking the exam in the Prelim UPSC 2018. So this is very useful for them. This lecture is basically uh, talk about the issue that we face in while giving the exam, basically. Okay. So how to prepare and what is fundamental tool that we are trying to give here, which will help you to basically give you the solution about how many questions one should solve in the exam. So out of 100 there are maybe somebody solve 80, somebody solve 90, somebody solve 65. So how one should come to the conclusion that okay, I will solve guaranteed I should solve 80, not more than 80, so that I will be gonna get maximum results considering the negative marking system. So you can connect Wisdom Academy for this particular tool that we have created. So issue we are tackling here is that how many questions one should solve in a UPSC prelims GS paper, and second is how to tackle questions those where you are sure, little sure, or not sure. So there is always a confusion whether I should solve this particular question or not, or I should skip it, because if you solve it, you have to take a risk of negative marking. So we are coming with a solution here that is an analytical tool, which you can make personalized one. Basically, I will let you know how that it will be and how this works. So before going this, we need to understand there's some terminologies. So while solving any question, you have question and the four options A, B, C, D, and out of that you have to mark it in the answer sheet. So I'm putting there are four categories I'm making of all the questions. So for example, the question can be of the category of sure. So where I am sure that my answer will be 100% right. When I should come there, when I'm sure that at least three wrong choices are there. So that's why I come to the conclusion this particular question is on a sure category. So low risk is another category of the question where you know that and there are two answers or two choices are wrong. So you are 50% sure out of the two you can choose one. High risk is where you are sure that there is only one wrong choices in the answer. So out of the three you have to select one. And 100% risk is where those questions which you don't know anything about it and you are blindly going with some logic and all. So I'll go to the move to the tool. Before that, you can get the emails and you can ask us this particular tool. So this is the tool. This is a simple Excel sheet. What you have to do is that as a part of so this particular tool is basically help you whenever you write, whenever you solve a test question papers. Test question paper means there are you have multiple test series in the market, so you can choose any one of them. You start solving the question papers one by one. So while solving the question papers, this tool will help you to make you the conclusion how many questions you should solve it. So I'll let you know. So basically, sample file will be like this. So initially, before solving the any question paper, you should have all the this is the basic frame. So where let's say I'm solving a test number 3. So test number 3, what I'm doing here is that so this correct answers I will just hide it as of now. So what I'll do is that okay, this question number 1 in the test series, test 3. So I would say so for a sample, I'm just opening one question here. Okay, so I'll take the question number 3 of the Wisdom's daily quiz paper. Recently, India has joined Australia group. In this context, consider the following statement. So there are two options, and out of that four, out of these four, you have to choose one. So let's say, I'm taking this question number 3. So what I'll do here in my Excel, question number 3, I believe that answer is A, and I'm sure it is coming under the category of this sure. So I'm just writing it here. Okay, I'm just highlighting here. So I'm sure that this is coming under the sure category. So I'm writing 1. Okay. So now I know that it's a correct is already I mentioned here. So so what we have to do here is that, let me just open. So what I'll do here is that I'll make this particular question under the category of the sure. Let's say I'm solving question number 4, and I'm saying that okay, this is the answer. This question is I'm not sure. It's a low risk because 2 of the options are I'm not aware, and 2 of the options are wrong. So what I'll do here is that I'll make, okay, let's say answer is B, but I'm considering this question comes under the category of low risk. So I'll mention here 1. Okay, so that's how I have to fill down all the answers of these questions and put those questions under the category of either sure, either low risk, either high risk, or 100% risk. Okay, so at the end I solved test number 3. So you can see here is that this is the answer. So after that, what you have to do is that you have to, this is the correct column where you have to see the real answer sheet and put on all the correct answers. So what the tool will give you is that the final outcome. Okay, final outcome is here. It's very simple. Result is 68. So that's something, out of 100, I solved 100 out of 100 because of this, test question paper. So 68 comes true. I thought that 62 questions I was sure that I'm sure about the answers, but how many passed out of that? So only 50 questions was passed. 12 questions those I thought that is sure, but they got wrong. Similarly, on a low risk question, I solved. I thought those are coming under the low risk category. They've solved 70. And out of that 9 only got passed. Similarly, high risk I solved 16. I passed 5. Again, similarly high, for these 5 questions I didn't know anything, but I attempted it with some logic and here and there. So you got a 3 as a right. So you can see that you can get a judgment how many questions that you solved. Let's say 68 I solved, so you'll get an idea here. Okay. So what I'm trying to what this tool will give you then a simple judgment where you'll find out your personalized number of attempts you should do it after so many test series that you solve it. So what I suggest here is that this is the time, maybe rather than focusing on the reading and all, one should focus on number of test series you should solve it, right? So you should solve as many as test series, as many as tests, and at the end, what you will get is that the broader result, where you can come up with the test 1. I got a number 91. You can have all the details of here. So let's say test 3, test 4, test 5, test 7, and you can see the how many sure I solved, and see at the end you need to see what is the outcome. What is the outcome? So you can see the outcome. I even though I solved 100% risk questions, I am not in the negative marking. So by this logic, you can find it out. So for let's say this is a sample exam, I'm sure that out of solving 100, I'm always in a positive, right? For you, it may possible that you have to solve only 80 questions. You need to solve only 19, then only you will be in a positive. So you need to judge which question you should skip. Maybe 100% questions you should skip, or high risk I should not attempt. So those kind of decision you can be able to take it. For that, For that, you have to solve as much as possible test series. See, solving a test series in a different, you'll get a confidence. Let's say you solve 20 test series, you will go through around 2,000 questions, and that way you'll build up. You are touching different concepts, different topics. So I would suggest here you can go to the Wisdom Academy. Okay, we have already given test series over there. You can find a very good test series over there. Also, you have daily wisdom quiz. So I would rather suggest to reading a lot. I would suggest that you go and solve as much as tests. So thank you guys. I hope you like this video. Please share your thoughts, and we'll see it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.